Hey T Squad, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 10, Episode 5 review. Oh, you guys, Thursday, it's my birthday, so don't expect any videos. I might try to get something prepared for y'all for Thursday, but if I don't put out anything Thursday, you know why, because I'm going to celebrate and have dinner with my son. And I cannot wait, okay? But let's get into this review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we start off the episode with Nell visiting Lance at his home, and they sit down and discuss him being a single dad to a newborn and being a father to 2 other children while working. Now, I didn't know until this episode that it seems like he is literally a single father, like raising this baby on its own. I don't know what's going on with the mama, where the mama is at, why she not around, but with the conversations that he was having with his parents in this episode, it seems like he is the full-time parent doing this alone. So I wonder, like, what's going on with that whole situation? Like, where's the mama? Why is she not involved? What's happening? But, you know, it's hard for him because he's working a job and then having to be a stay-at-home dad and take care of this newborn baby by himself. So, you know, you got the sleepless nights and then he got to get up and go to work. And it's like, yeah, I feel sorry for you, sir, but women do it every day. So I just cannot sympathize with your plight, because you have to figure it out and find a way. We all have to do it, you know, and this is what happens when you have a baby. So you got to deal with it. You got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I was a single mama. You know, I had to get up and go to school. You know, I had my son when I was 18 and I had to get up and go to school. And yeah, you got to make it work. So like, I understand your plight, but yes, sir, you got to deal with it. But Nell offers to stay at his crib for at least 2 nights a week. And Lance was like, I would love it, but you need to ask dad first. And Nell says, if we can't survive 2 days apart, then we have bigger problems. I get what you're saying, Nell, but let's take it back to last season. Your whole storyline last season was needing to set boundaries with your children, feeling like they were taking advantage of you all's time, your money, your resources, and everything else. And now you're doing exactly what you said you were going to stop doing, which is running to their aid every time they need something. These are grown people. Your son is in his 30s. Like, come on, bro. You can't go running to his aid every time something goes wrong. He got to learn how to parent on his own. Like, he ain't going through nothing that ain't nobody else in the world went through. Okay, you can't sleep right about now. Ooh, deal with it. It only lasts a few months. Okay, you got to figure it out. Get this baby on the schedule. Figure it out. So I just hate that she's going back on her word and steady babying these grown folks. You made your bed, now you got to lay in it. Deal with it. The conversation of Destiny comes up, and Nell says that Destiny called and said, you could have told me about the whole baby situation. And Nell said that she told her, I don't need to tell you shit. Y'all flirting with my godson Twan. And Lance feels like he doesn't owe her an explanation because she made it clear that everything between them was casual. The producers even flashback to last season's reunion where she said that she's dating. She wasn't exclusive to anyone. And Lance even goes on to say that Destiny kind of played in his face a little bit. And I guess it's with the Twan situation, his god brother or whatever. But with that being said, and them reminding us that Destiny even said out of her own mouth that she's dating, she's not committed, tied down to anybody. And then Lance reiterating that they were just casually dating, then no, he didn't owe her explanation. He simply did not. They were not serious. They were not exclusive or anything. And then the fact that you even flirting with basically a family member of mine, like, Yeah, I don't owe you. I don't have to tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? Just like you don't have to tell me anything. We're casually seeing each other. So I don't think that he owed her an explanation. And I really don't think that Nell did. Because it wasn't Nell's place to even tell her anything. You know, like, girl, how you going to be flirting with my people and then expect for me to call you up and be, hey, I just want to let you know I got this baby on the way. Like, what? Like, no, girl, no. But Destiny always figures out a way to try to make herself be the victim in some type of situation, which is so annoying. Then we go to Tisha, Kimmy, and Destiny. They link up at this little store or whatever. And Kimmy tells Destiny about Nell saying that they weren't being transparent when it comes to their relationships and stuff like that, and the things that's going on in their lives, and how Nell wanted Tisha to talk about the interview that he had with Marceau and Maurice's alleged mistress right then and there. But Tisha was like, I said it all on the podcast. But see, here's my thing. Okay, yeah, you talked about it on the podcast. I didn't see the podcast. I'm here with you right now. Why do I have to go on my phone, go to your page, search and find this podcast? Or it wasn't even a fucking podcast. It was a live Instagram, first of all, and see what you had to say when I got you right here in my face and you could just tell me. Like, girl, ain't nobody about to be going through that. Talk. Say what it is right now. But see, you don't want to go into detail about anything because you're afraid if you start talking, you're going to say too much. And when you say too much, it's going to reveal how you really, truly feel about the situation. So in order to avoid that, you are going with this whole attitude, nonchalant type of situation. And it's just like, girl, please stop. Like, Tisha is really acting a fool this season. Her attitude is disgusting and she really need to check herself. Because I don't know what in the hell is going on with her, honey. I don't know who done told her what, but she need to go in the corner and time out and think about it. Like, seriously. So Tisha in her confessional says maybe she should be transparent about Chris and tell us about that. Heifer, she has. What are you talking about? She has been transparent about the things that have been going on in her life. She was the one that revealed to us about her husband's infidelity. We didn't have to find that out in the blogs. We ain't never heard nothing about Chris in the blogs being with another woman. It came out of her own mouth because Nell is from the old school of I'm going to spray my tea before anybody else can. So what are you talking about? Like, it's obvious to me that Tisha is going into this season trying to deflect everything that's been said about her situation and put it on to Nell. And I don't know what that is about, but it's so weird because everything that you're saying can be proven wrong. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, you look stupid, stupider than you normally do. Destiny mentions Martell and Tisha immediately walks away. She don't want to have any, I guess, mention of Martell around her. And it's just like, you such a child. You're such a look girl because you want to bring up everybody else stuff. But then when it hits close to home, you either want to deflect or run away. Girl, get out of here. So Destiny then says that she ran into Lance and he couldn't even give her eye contact or whatever. And Destiny says, tell me that's what's going on. He started moving weird. Now I know why. Was he moving weird or was he trying to figure out what he had going on? Did he have bigger fish to fry than to be thinking about you? Like, he found out he had a kid on the way. So obviously he must have pulled back from kicking it with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you want from him exactly. Like, I don't know. Like, people just frustratingly weird to me. Like, I just can't with folks. Nell and Trisha then link up for drinks. And Nell says, I don't know where Tisha got all this big D energy from. And I'm like, girl, I'm with you. High five, Nell. Because I'm not understanding where all of this, you know, macho man Randy Savage, ooh yeah, I'm big and I'm bad, yeah. Like, where is all of this coming from? Like, cause Tisha, this ain't even you. Like, what is really going on? Like, her personality this season so far sucks more than usual. And I think it's because she on her with this look nasty ass attitude and trying to talk to people crazy. And it's just like, Tisha, you'll get punched in your motherfucking mouth. Like, girl, stop. Stop. This ain't even you. Please. So Nell was like, she keep doing stuff to me. She got to comment on everything. But when you say something to her, it's, oh no, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're talking about. And that's exactly what she likes to do. Like, you want to ask people questions or make comments about other people's stuff, but then when somebody asks you about what's going on with yours, you want to be flippant about the situation. Oh, baby girl, life don't work that way. And see, I'm an ignorant bitch. I keep on pressing your ass or just keep on talking about it around you, in your face and everything to really piss you off. You want to play? I can play 10 times harder and faster. Nell feels some type of way about Tisha getting into Chris's face or whatever. Now, did she actually get in his face? No, she did not. Was she talking really loud and aggressively and she was waving her hand? Yes, but she didn't actually get in his face. Regardless, what she was doing was too much. She was doing way too much. And Trisha was like, she's not like that outside, only in group settings. Well, maybe she's only like that in group settings because she feel like she got something to prove and she trying to show that you can't punk me. It's given very high school, but I did peep that Trisha was agreeing with some of the stuff that Nell was saying about Tisha. I can already see it's about to be some issues between Tisha and Trisha. I can already see that happening because Tisha gonna keep on trying to dig into what Trisha and Ken got going on, and she gonna get sick of that. She gonna get sick of that real quick. So Jaylen goes to Kimmy's office and he lets her know that he got a job offer in Huntsville that I guess he's going to take versus the one in, I believe, Colorado. So, of course, she's really excited and happy about this because she has her son. You know, he'll be able to be close to home still. So he then brings up to her that he talked to Maurice and Marceau and how when he discussed the whole father conversation, how Maurice just didn't seem to get it and was deflecting everything that I said. So I'm like, okay, I ain't crazy. All right, Jaylen, we are here. We are here. But here go his delusional ass mama talking about, I just think he has a hard time accepting his part in it. You know, I think there's a little area of payoff in Maurice's approach. So now we just gonna recycle the shit that comes out of his mouth. Now you gonna recycle the bit, make the situation better than what it is, and to gloss over the fact that he was an asshole pretty much to your son. Anything to make yourself be able to sleep at night, I guess, child. Because, woo, you literally sitting here in your son's face and you playing in it now. Jaylen then goes on to say, he was mentoring me. It didn't feel like fatherhood. I don't know what fatherhood feels like, so maybe it was fatherhood. It wasn't. It felt more like mentorship. I said to him, like, it worked. Having me figure it out on my own, the harsher treatment. It didn't work. It didn't work. The reason why you are still successful and thriving is because of the fact that you didn't have him to be a support system for you. So I feel like you being successful was your way of saying, fuck you, nigga. I don't need you. I don't need my real father. I don't need your ass. I'm going to make it regardless. Like, fuck all you niggas. Because it's obvious with him making that statement, his real father is nowhere in his life. So then you got this man that comes into your life who you would hope would be a father figure for you. And you don't get that from him either. You're living in a house with a man and he not even pouring into you like you would hope that he would, but he's doing it for his own son. So you're getting to watch him and witness you being treated lesser than his own flesh and blood, and y'all in the whole household together. And then your mama sitting up here making excuses for the bullshit that he doing. So you have this feeling like, well, shit, I got to do it on my own. I'm not getting the support that I need, you know what I'm saying, the validation from my mama when it comes to this man that's totally disregarding my feelings, not really being a support system for me, but then want to always dictate, do this, do that, you wrong, you didn't do this right. Everything that came out of Maurice's mouth and what we've heard towards Jaylen has been negative. So it seemed like he had that attitude, or I'm going to get it out the mud and I'm going to do it on my own. So don't give him credit for shit, because it didn't work. That's not how fatherhood goes. Fatherhood and being a father figure is loving on somebody, whether they're good, bad, imperfect, or whatever. It's supporting them, giving them guidance, giving them mentorship, pouring into them, spending time with them. You know what I'm saying? Learning about them, gaining their trust. You know what I'm saying? Showing that you can be trusted with them. That's not fatherhood, what he did. That was just having a nigga in the house that was fucking your mama. Pretty much. And was more focused on your mama than focused on you. Because he needed your mama to play mama to his kid, but then he wasn't even trying to be a father figure to you. Make it motherfucking make sense. And Kimmy, once again, you trifling as fuck. You trifling as hell for even trying to make the situation be okay by saying, well, it seemed like it worked. Girl, what? No, it didn't. Because his feelings are still the same. Your son is sitting there and it's obvious that he is hurt by that. And nobody's acknowledging it. And it's frustrating for me to see that this young man sitting up here telling y'all he didn't feel the love or the care or anything towards the man you married. He felt pushed aside. Like it was just like, okay. He was like literally Cinderella up in this bitch. You get up and clean, do this, do that, whatever. You getting told you didn't do this right. You didn't do that right. And that's all I got from this man. But y'all want to sit up here and act like everything is okay? That's not fucking okay. That shit pissed me off. That they just keep on negating how this man feel. So at this point, if I'm Jaylen, I ain't bringing the shit up no more. Y'all know how I feel. Nobody's trying to really understand me or validate or own up to anything. So fuck it. I mean, I'm a grown ass man now. It is what it is now. But as far as you as my mama, I would never bring that shit up to you again. Never. Ever, 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 ever. Because you playing in my face just like he is. And you doing it to make yourself feel better as a mama, so you don't have to look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I fucked up. I fucked up. Because that's exactly what Kimmy's doing. She don't want to face the fact that she fucked up. And that she stayed with a man that totally disregarded and negated her son. Period. So then Chris checks in on Lance at his job. And Lance tells him, you know, what Nell said about coming and helping him twice a week. And asks his daddy, is he good with that? And Chris said, hell no. How would you feel if your woman was leaving the house twice a week? Like, no. Hell to the no. To the no, no, no. And Chris even brings up the boundaries that they set in place a year ago and how they haven't been met. But a part of that is Nell's fault, because Nell is being a hypocrite. She's not standing on business. And Chris says, you know, if we're there every time something happens, when will you ever be able to handle the real responsibilities of adulthood? And I was like, nigga, you better speak a word, because y'all keep on coddling these grown ass people. They're never going to learn. You got to fail in order to really go through those hard moments, those life moments that make you better as a person. Trial and error is all what life and adulthood is about. So y'all sitting up here raising these able-bodied people that ain't able to do shit. It's like, come on now, no. And Chris was like, I suggest you talk to Martell, you know, because he got 5 kids that he got to, you know, take care of when it's his time to have the kids. He got to be on some type of schedule. talk to him about it. And I think that that's actually a good idea. Because regardless of how we feel about Martell, them kids love him and he love them kids. And obviously they got some kind of schedule going on. So as a single man raising kids, I think that there is some type of advice that Martell could possibly give him. But Nell running over there to run to his rescue is not the answer to this situation at all. Then at the end of the episode, Nell and Tisha meet up to talk at this coffee shop. And Nell brings up Tisha getting into Chris' face and her being on 100 that night. Mind you, she's talking in a very soft tone. She's not being aggressive. She's not doing a bunch of this. She ain't trying to check her. She just literally asked her a question. Here go Tisha in that Diana Ross wig she had on, talking some, I don't remember being on 100. And Nell said, well, I felt like you were on 100. Tisha said, okay, that's fine. I mean, you're entitled to your feelings. Girl, you and all that hot ass hair. I know your neck was sweating and smelling like hot dog water. Like, please stop. Because none of that was even necessary. Being funny. And then in her confession, gonna have the nerve to say, I don't like the way she's talking to me right now. She just right off the rip coming in asking me and did. Because she a grown woman and know how to get to the point and don't beat around the bush and mince words. Like, girl, ain't nobody got time for all of that. We grown. She saying what she had to say. That was the point of y'all meeting up, was to talk. You saying you don't like the way she talking to you. You the one that's being nasty, coming in, acting like you got an attitude and trying to, be funny. Like, you the one that's the problem here, not Nell. Nell didn't approach you in no nasty way. So then Tisha says, that's the second time he said something about Marceau that was not okay. And Nell was like, okay, when was the first time? When Marceau met him in Georgia to look at some commercial spots. I'm looking at the television screen like, I know damn well she not about to try to flip this shit and make it be like Chris did something to Marceau. I know you lying. I know she don't think that we don't remember what actually happened. The whole situation is weird, yo. Because it's like, Tisha, are you okay? Are you sleepy? Are you conscious? Are you sleepwalking, bitch? Like, what the fuck is going on? Nell was like, Marceau brought my husband's name up first. Tisha said, Marceau said Chris actually took a selfie with him to prove to you that he was where he said he was. Nell said, that's not true. I was with him in Atlanta. You was with him in Atlanta when he was with Marceau? She was like, no, I was back at the hotel. And she says, you're not taking ownership that Marceau brought his name up first because he used her husband as a scapegoat as to where he was, because the word on the curb was that he was in Atlanta with another bitch, and that's who he was laid up in the bed with when that photo came out of a nigga with a big ass wide back and a head that looked just like his. And you was damn near on suicide watch behind the shit. But your husband looks like he lied and said that he was with Chris the whole damn day, but in all actuality, like Chris said at the time, oh, I only met up with him for lunch, and then after that, I left. So how the fuck are you trying to flip this 2-3 years later and try to make it seem like Chris did something to him? What? Tisha, go play in traffic. Please, bitch. Ain't nobody got time for you. Like, please, stop. So then Tisha say, I said, I don't know who brought up who name first. That's not what you said. And you know damn well who brought up who name first. Please stop. Please. Nell said, you asked your husband where he was. He said I was with Chris Fletcher. Tisha says, oh, okay. Yeah, because you got caught. Like, do you think we're stupid? Like, we don't remember what the fuck happened? Do you think the world has amnesia? Your argument was mute from the beginning. It was stupid how you tried to flip this, because it makes no sense. All you doing is making yourself look like a goddamn idiot. So the producers even flashed back to the moment when she was in the Jeep and they was in the car talking and he was lying and playing in your motherfucking face. I went out to eat with a friend. She was like, who was his friend? And he finally said, Chris Fletcher. Yeah, your nigga was not with Chris Fletcher the whole time. And 9 times out of 10, there was him laid up in that bed with that woman with that wide ass back. Nell says, you said this is not the first time, and brought up the Atlanta situation. Marceau started that. Tisha says, it doesn't matter who started it, Nell. Now it don't matter who started it. Bitch, you the one brought up this whole damn stupid ass conversation. And now that she done checked your ass and you ain't got no way out of it, now it don't matter. Bye, girl. Please stop. And Nell says, it doesn't matter. And Tisha says, you don't have to get loud. And Nell says, you don't tell me what I got to do. Because who the fuck is you talking to? So Nell, in her confession, was like, that's the fuckery shit that I be talking about. She like to do. And it is. She like to try to play mental gymnastics with people when, bitch, you can't even play hopscotch with a 5-year-old, Tisha. Everybody in the room is smarter than you. Your husband is the one that plays mental gymnastics with your ass and have your ass rolling down the river and playing stop, drop, and roll because you don't know what the truth is and what a lie is. But the fact that you trying to play them same games with your cast members, girl, you're not built for it tough. You can't do that with people, my love. You're slow with a speech impediment. No. So then Tisha said, if you're not going to be respectful, then this conversation is going to end. Bye. Tisha and her doo-doo brown pleather dress then decides to get up and leave. She going to say, when you're ready to talk to me, you hit me back up. And Nell says, oh, girl, we ain't got to talk. Shoe fly. Don't bother me. Because Tisha, girl, please. No. You literally made yourself look like a goddamn asshole. And I don't know what in the hell done got up your asshole, but you need to chill, because somebody gonna whoop your ass. Literally. Literally. You coming on here with this little nasty, trifling ass attitude is not befitting of you. It is such a turnoff. And you look stupid. You really do. You really do. It's not cute. And I don't know what game you trying to play with Nell, but I don't think you want to bark up that tree, because Nell look like she'll haul off and slap your ass. You really need to chill. You really do. Please get it together and never wear that ugly ass dress again, and never wear all that hot ass hair either. You look the fool. Know that dress smell like fish. That's that pleather from China that come in the mail. That shit be stankin'. It either smell like fish or it smell like gasoline. Like, talking about, so this is the place I meet with my kids' parents at the school. So, bitch, who gives a fuck? I hope you ain't wearing that ugly ass dress. Anywho, I'm gonna give this week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville a B-. It was cool, but Tisha need to go somewhere. She really do. I love y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode down below in the comment section. And please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.